afternoon, sir. I'm Tashi from MMU Faculty of Management, and we are here today to interview the representatives of Brain Hunters regarding how to enhance business intelligence using big data and analytics. Before we begin, sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thanks for having me today in this session. So I'm Shashi, the country manager for Brain Hunters. I'm also the co-founder of this company. Having close to about 20 years of experience in the recruitment industry, and this company has been well established for a good 4 years now. We started off with only about 2 consultants, and today we have close to about 20 consultants, and we have presence in India as well as in Singapore. So what we do is we are a workforce solutions company, and we are primarily focusing into BPO industry, business process outsourcing industry. We have a handful of banking customers and telco customers as well. And just recently, we have enhanced our capabilities in tech focused requirements. As you know, everything is going towards digitalization and AI, and the sort of new data centers being formed in Malaysia. So we want to be part of that as well, and that's the reason why we are very much data driven today. I believe our key discussions mainly on this topic today, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity to interview you. And I will start off with the questions.
Sure.
So first off, in the side of database structures and management, what database system are used to store and manage candidate and client information?
Okay, so not only with Brain Hunters, I think over these 20 years and I work for other organizations, CRM tool is very important, right? CRM is where you store a customer database and you sort of like track the movement of your requisitions, and the whole process flow is being captured in this kind of systems, and it's proven to be very helpful, right? But where you make use of this database matters, right? With today's ever challenging and competitive world that we are in currently, data is very, very important. So I previously used a lot of, I can't really name the systems, but yeah, there's quite a handful of it. We use database to sort of like upload all our candidates' information, our client information, because that's our sort of like wealth. Data is wealth, right? We got to be aligned with PDPA Act as well. So it is important that we safeguard all this information in a proper database. So we have our own CRM. I mean, it's not our own internally or built-in CRM, but we have a third-party partners helping us to store all this information.
Following the answer, sir, I would like to ask, is that a traditional method or has it been updated over the years?
Okay, good question. So initially when we started off our company, everything was stored manually. We have Google Sheet, chat folder, and so on. And then after that, we upgraded to a proper, we had a external hard disk where we take backups as well, because we never know when system will crash or fail, right? But just recently, we worked with the the ATS partner, we call it Applicant Tracking System. So what they do for us is, they provide us with a system where we can upload all candidates' resumes and update all the requisition or job orders that we receive from customers. So from there, we can track what kind of positions came in, what kind of job orders, and what is the progress of the movement, monitor the movement up to successfully closing the positions, and also feeding this information to our finance team to raise invoices and so on, because that's the entire cycle. I start from the sales part of it, we bring in the customers, and then the operations where we manage to work on the requirements by our consultants, and finally the billing. So with having this tool, it makes our life much more easier. We can also see how much of revenue we have billed for this month, and how much has been what's our position like, or pipeline in the coming quarters and so on. So yeah, so that's the current flow we are using.
Okay. The next question is, how is data accuracy, consistency, and accessibility is maintained in the talent database?
Okay. So our inputs are coming directly from our consultants. When we receive an order, our salespeople actually, putting all this information into the system, and we have few checkpoints. We have our recruitment head who validates all those requirements from time to time. We actually have a periodic schedule for it every week once to sort of like do a hygiene check. If this order is being captured correctly, accurately, and we have our finance manager who also does audit to ensure that these data are accurately captured according to our statement of work or agreement. So I do audit as well every quarterly to make sure that what we have signed with the customer and the orders we receive from customer is the one we capture system. So we have this in place so that we make sure that there's a proper information being captured.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, next question is, in the point of view of big data in HR and recruitment, so how has big data improved recruitment efficiency and decision making?
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, I think data is wealth. Data is very important. That's how business leaders, are able to make critical decision making. All right. If we are going to be just making decision based on gut feelings or based on historical data or experiences, it's not going to help. It may help to a certain extent, but today in today's challenging and fast-moving paced world, we must be driven by data, and data speaks volume, right? So for business like us, as we're growing, there's a lot of investments required. We got to be very agile and flexible in our decision makings. So that can only happen if we have concise and accurate data. So accumulating all this information and relying on big data and all these tools will help us get the right track. Because if you're going to make a wrong step, then it's going to be very damaging for a company like this. So I think even for any other company, data helps. So definitely in today's human landscape, a lot of big companies, even small, medium enterprise companies, they are heavily dependent on data. So it helps. Big data and so on definitely helps. This is
Next is, how is big data used to forecast hiring trends and what challenges arise from managing large data volumes?
Okay, so can you just repeat the question again?
How is big data used to forecast hiring trends and what challenges arise from managing large data volumes?
Okay, answer the first part. So, see, like even before I started these systems, I do track manually because I always believe that we should have a backup and we should have a fast point of reference. Because those days we just update those data of resumes and applicants and so on, or the requirements, but there's no proper reporting or analysis being done. It's all done manually. So just give you an instance or example. We work with a lot of banks and we have recurring hiring for the contact center divisions, which happens on a monthly basis. So, in order for us to deliver successfully, we need to understand. So, for example, maybe the customer comes to us and say, "Hey, Ashit, we need to deliver 50 accounts. What is by this meeting?" So, we look into historical data. Okay, the past 6 months or past 1 year, if we were to fulfill 50 accounts, how many applicants got to be processed? We got to look into the funnel. So in order for us to deliver the 50 accounts, how many people must be interviewed? How many people got to receive an offer and all that. So that information helps us to make our decisions better today. And the trend is changing. The kind of candidates we are meeting, especially Gen Z, they are becoming more demanding or say even more challenging because they have so many options out there. So we got to factor in this as well. So having such data and looking at historical data helps us to make that kind of analysis. So then we know if I want to deliver 50 accounts, we can work backwards and say, okay, we need this kind of input to get this output, right? So that helps with our planning. and also consider other new strategies to deliver the numbers. The challenge part is how disciplined are we in updating these systems, because we are talking about large volume here. When we say we are going to be hiring 50 contact center agents for this bank, for the contact center division, we are talking easily about thousands of applicants coming in, easily. And they come from multiple job postings. Applicants coming from job street, we have example Indeed, Founded, LinkedIn. So the real question is, how are we storing all this information into our system? The discipline of it, right? That's one. So that can be quite challenging because again, no matter what kind of system we have, no matter what tools we have, it requires discipline of the human to update the system. So if you're not being disciplined or updating it regularly, then it's wrong projections, right? Garbage in, garbage out, as simple as that. So that's the main challenge, because we still got to depend on the consultants to update the trackers of the system. That is the reason why there must be proper check and balance. There must be a proper process outlined so that people follow through, and there must be pulse check or superior or reporting manager who actually checks, okay, if this is being done. There must be some sort of audit to make sure that these data are being funneled properly into the system. So that's the main challenge we're facing at the moment.
Okay, so the final question is, in the eyes of advanced analytics and artificial intelligence, how are AI and predictive analytics is applied in recruitment, and how is bias controlled?
Okay, seems to be a very, very heavy question for me, but I'll do my best to answer this.
Okay.
But can you just repeat that again?
How are AI and predictive analytics are applied in recruitment, and how is bias controlled?
Okay, so I think it's a combination of my earlier answer, but AI, predictive, and so on. I think AI is there to assist us, humans, to make decisions faster, to help us to get information faster. So, and it helps to do the predictive analysis as well, as you mentioned, right? So it's very important, equally important. It's just that I think AI is pretty much learning from us humans. It's machine learning, right?
Yeah.
What we feed it is how it learns. So if we're going to be feeding it with wrong information or unuseful information, then it's going to be giving us all this wrong projections or output. So to maintain or to ensure that there's a proper governance or guide, what we call this, decent results from this kind of tools, I think there should be certain act and laws governing how we utilize such tools. There must be check and balance. Because if not, then we will be putting in a lot of information, but maybe the information is all is of no point. So I firmly believe that as we evolve, as we enhance our technologies, as our dependencies on AI is becoming more intense, there must be a law to govern all this. There must be code of conducts. So there must be certain government agencies also be involved in how we carry out day-to-day activities. Because if not, it can be harmful for us also. If these data are being used in a very ill intention, right? So I believe there's a lot of talks and discussions on this topic, but as we progress, there must be certain laws in place for AI.
Yeah, that's it from us, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you
I
so
hope I've
much.
answered you. Thank you so much, Ashni, for this opportunity, and I'm wishing you all the best for your.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.